question, and that coach will answer it first. Apart from that, yeah, we just want to answer whatever questions you have. Panelists, if you have questions for each other, feel free to ask. Are we good to go? Yeah. I would say we'll just introduce each other.
Just wait for the video.
So my name is Vipneet or Vivek. I live in Bombay. I've been playing for a while. I have the privilege of coaching a few national teams. It's awesome.
Hi, I'm Kau. I live in Horrible. I've coached multiple national team captains before and captain.
Hi, my name is Karthik. This is my first time being a national team coach with the Masters Team Classic. Yeah, I've also had experience in the past 3 years working with the airborne as a coach come player.
Hi, I'm Alex. So I'm the assistant coach with Karthik and Nandan on Team India Classic. First time coach.
I am Uday Kumar Srinivasan from Australia. Currently I'm coaching Team India for the Japan Asian Olympic Championship.
Hello, I'm Maitreyi. I live in Bangalore. I was the assistant coach for the under-24 team 2018.
Hi, I'm Nandan. I think I live in Bangalore. I play with the team in Chennai and help coach a team in Chennai called Blitzkrieg, and I'm currently involved with coaching Team India Classic.
Hi, I'm Pranalini, and hi again. And I'm doing this for the first time. I'm an assistant coach on the Team India mixed heading to Japan this June. Fun June, guys.
Questions?
Question.
Okay, so I have two questions, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on both of those. One is on how we can improve the gender ratio sitting on sofas right there. Two is in the past we've had situations where we've opened up spots for assistant coaches, and the way that the current ED thinks of it is that it is a good coaching pathway to eventually become a head coach, though we've not seen that really come out of any of the previous campaigns. So are we wrong in our thinking is the other part of the question. What else should we be doing to build head coaches? And also, if that is the trend, then is it okay for assistant coaches to continue being assistant coaches? Because they just bring something to the table that requires being just, I wouldn't say just, but requires being an assistant coach. So, yeah, thanks. Nobody wants to take it. Yeah.
So there is two questions, like female coaches, so gender ratio balancing and the head coach pathway for head coach. That's what I know. So in terms of the gender ratio, the female coaching, I think, in my opinion, I think we are in good track because the earlier when we have the tryouts or even like all the females want to just try out in the past, but this time I personally had at least 3 ladies calling me and saying, should I apply for coach or getting suggestion from me, or should I go try out for the team? So I thought that itself it's a good way, like it's a good starting point for us. and also the number was not the same initially. The number of male players got opportunity to play in the national team and the female was very different. But I think now we are in the track where the coaching team have female coaches taking up, and now we have the U20 women's team in the future. Yeah, I think that's the place for us to maybe look for our first female head coach. And yeah, that is my suggestion, my opinion. I think we are in the track, and we should definitely aim for under 20 women's campaign to start off with, since that's the first women's under 20 team. Of course, I also would like to hear opinions from other coaches. In terms of the pathway for being head coach, yeah, I also hear like I personally feel nothing wrong with assistant coaches being assistant coach because they are good at it and they want to do it. And I know for the fact like I worked with Tarun in the past, and he always wanted to be an assistant coach, and he is very comfortable doing what he wants, and he wants to do a specific role. Being a head coach is not same as being a coach for club team. It's more than technical and more nothing. So yeah, in my opinion, being assistant coach is fine. But at the same time, I've been thinking about this for a long time. I think most of the time we are aiming only for national teams. I think we should encourage now, Advent has initiated to hire a coach, and people should start thinking and take this club team coaching seriously. And I think that's where, like, if you need to be a coach somewhere, you need to start coaching somewhere. So I think we should start encouraging internal coaching more, and I think that's when people will have the confidence or the learning to go and apply for the national team coaching. So I think more club team coaching, club team coaches should be encouraged at this point. That's my opinion.
So for the first question, I think it's what Bob said at the end. If we can have more female coaches at club levels, I think that would open up more opportunities, give them more confidence to come in at the national level. In terms of assistant coaches becoming head coaches, at least for me, I don't think I would apply for a head coach. I would probably want to do another 1 or 2 campaigns as an assistant coach before I take that up.
Regarding the first question, the gender ratios in coaching, today I think we are moving closer to a gender equity in terms of numbers of players, but we're not doing that in terms of coaching simply because, in my opinion, we don't have stipulations saying if we are going to certify 20 coaches in Assam, we don't stipulate that 50% of the coaches have to be women. I think we could, as administrators, put down a rule like that. So regions are also forced to encourage women coaches to step up and actually take on the role. With respect to the assistant coach to head coach transition, I think it's a little more than, I think as an assistant coach you can really get away a lot by playing a technical role in the team and not necessarily being a people manager. But as a head coach, you have to have people skills. Right? It's something I'm not great at. And when I was assistant coach, I felt like there was a clear-cut job description for you, and you just have to go out and execute it. Like for example, typical roles would be one person behind the camera, one person on stack, one person helping call line sort of thing. And that is all specific tactical things that you need to do. And it's much easier to do that and just report to the head coach and move on versus taking on the entire range of responsibilities and being accountable for each of it. I think is quite different. And I think it may not be for everybody. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a jump every time somebody becomes an assistant coach. It doesn't naturally mean they will step up and be a national team coach.
That means 3 men who answer. Your first question, I feel the senior women of the ultimate community had experience, aren't ready yet to stop playing. Perhaps since we're still able to compete, whereas younger players are excelling really fast. still have Sneha Patel who's killing it. Right? GI who's killing it. So all of us, yeah. Well, so I think that as we keep increasing the number of female players, as we reach gender equity in players, perhaps we'll have more and more outflow of senior players who maybe want to take up leadership roles post-play. That's the other thing. A lot of females have played and don't want to take up leadership post. And that's something we need to change. So I think enforcing gender equity in coaching positions, assistant coaches position, may help us in that direction. And assistant coach to head coach pathway is pretty cool. My personal opinion is, I think this U20 opportunity for women head coach is a really good place to start. But if you asked me to lead, say either of the current team members, I don't think I'd be ready. Right? Next year, a year after that. It's just the way it is, and I'm not sure how to fix that just yet. I may want a couple more campaigns, like Alex said, to try out assistant coach before I know I can lead a team.
So I just want to share my experience of how I chose to apply for assistant coach. So I think it's the same year WCPU, I mean it was around the same time. And I didn't try out for WCPU because I was injured. And then, yeah, I thought it's a good opportunity for me to see what the coaching side is like. And fortunately in my club team, I did have opportunities to lead club sessions and play a role where I could direct the team in some way. So I felt I had gained some experience in leading a group of ultimate players. So I think definitely for women to have opportunities in club teams and having that support system definitely does increase the confidence in women to then take on or to think about applying for an assistant coach role. And yeah, so for me that definitely helped. So
for me also, I would agree with what Meenu was saying about the number of competitive or the pool of players that are trying out for a particular national team among the women and among the guys range is very different. And also another reason I feel is the masters age category, women being 30, has now even, there is no mixed, they are not eligible for the opens, they can still try out in the masters. But for men it's 33. So somebody like me, I am 30, but I need to wait 3 more years to get a chance to try out for the masters. But in those 3 years, I am going to get really difficult for me to try out in an open team and get into it. So there is good hope for me to prioritize myself in the next 3 years to be a coach and try that part out. So that itself is a huge change is what I feel. So if that is brought down this year, I might have tried out itself for the masters team and I would have had a chance to play there instead of having this chance of coaching itself. So that is also a factor is what I see. Then again, the second thing about assistant coaches, path to head coach, I've been always telling this to Box too also while we were coaching at Airborne. Because I've been seeing him a lot taking sessions and developing that people skill is really, really hard, and you need to have some characteristics and to learn that is very, very hard, and you need to have a lot of investment on how to do it or learn on how to handle different situations. Personally, I feel I am not into that, but I've been always the guy who can read the play or what's happening a particular moment of a particular time of a game and then try to adapt to it. So by giving some inputs or help at that moment, understand what's happening right now and then work on it kind of thing. So I have always felt like assistant coach is the way to go for me, at least for some time. So yeah, it's a tricky thing to move from an assistant coach to.
With regards to enforcing gender equity amongst coaches, fortunately, the teams I've worked with in the past have always enforced the 1:1. So there's going to be a male player, there's going to be a female player, male coach or male position of any sort, there's got to be an equal female position. That is one obvious way of going about it. But what we find is, at the end of the day, a pool of players that you have to select from, and pool of players that want to step out and coach and give a different their perspective on it. Now, a lot of them might want to, a lot of the girls that play with us might want to still continue playing. But what we try and do is give them specific smaller roles in coaching. We encourage short-term coaching for say one section or something like that. So at the club level, when you keep encouraging practicing coaching, I think that is where you start nurturing some level of experience for women to be confident to apply for a coach's job if they are not applying at the moment. And with regards to developing the pathway to becoming from assistant coach to head coach, I feel the head coach needs to have a lot of experience. The reason why a lot of experience comes very handy is because otherwise, when you don't have the bigger picture, you end up having to use up a lot more resources in terms of time and effort to get to the same point. But when you have the experience to the same point of a head coach normally does, you end up spending much less time and you just end up saving a lot of time that way. And time can be very crucial when trying to manage a whole setup that way. So I think apart from that, I think I covered most of the point.
I just wanted to understand, especially for the mixed teams in India campaign, or any mixed team masters or otherwise, we generally choose two captains, a girl captain and a guy captain. So I'm not entirely convinced that we have to choose two captains because I think it is done with the purpose saying girls generally are comfortable with girls and guys generally are comfortable with guys. I'm assuming that, I may be wrong. So do you think this is, do you think it generally divides the team and keeps on getting them together at a national stage? I understand local clubs doing it, but at the national stage, do you think it divides? This primarily I actually wanted to ask how it is in one of the captains in the Masters team, with where two captains and I wanted to ask Box, possibly Box and VP because the other head coaches. And Box has done that with two captains in his camp. So that is one thing I wanted to understand. My second question is, this is for anyone, with coaches and the coaching staff, what do you generally expect from captain? What do you think is responsibility of the responsibility?
So if I understand your second question, responsibilities of a captain.
Of a captain, generally, what do you expect as coaches? What do you expect captains to do?
Can you repeat the question?
So there's two questions. One is we generally, in mixed teams, we generally seem to choose two captains, one male and one female. Is this required or why do we need this? Is the question.
Yes, I mean, I think it is done with an intention that girls are comfortable with a girl captain and guys are with a guy captain, so does it divide it?
It is done with the intention of maybe having the girl captain be able to communicate with the women players and the male captain being able to communicate with the male players. Why does this happen? Right?
Thanks for asking this question. Because all the teams that I coached in the past always had two captains, and always had one male and one female captain. To be honest, I never forced on the team to pick two captains. It never happened, and I think it happened yesterday, and I was going with it. And I didn't see any requirement there, and at the same time, I didn't see any disadvantage of having two captains. In fact, I always felt it was working for me, having two captains. Every time I will go with the mindset when team picks captain, okay, I'll go with one captain, whatever it is. But most of the time with the votes, the players picked was two captains equally, and most of the time it was male and female. So I never personally intentionally picked one male and one female captain. It never happened. But the advantages are, yes, I feel it's not a club team, and even what I noticed with the past Indian teams, whatever we stress, whatever team won't happen, whatever it is, the fact is certain players are comfortable with certain players, especially when it comes to money matters regarding training camps or any personal related issues. That is when I felt having two captains worked for me the best. On field or during training camp, I never had any issues facing, because the coaches help most of the time. The players were very comfortable talking to the coaches. But everybody here know Indian teams. Sending an international team is not easy most of the time. Middle of the campaign, suddenly we'll be in a discussion. EB, NTC or the coaching team will be in a discussion. Okay, this campaign is happening or not? We're sending this team or not? And we, the four camps have been already done. So now we have to talk to the team about the current situation. So I most of the time notice it's not only male players talking to male captains talking to male captains, but certain players are very comfortable with certain captains. They're going with the flow because it's very sensitive. So it worked very well for me. And also one more thing I always use is I'll make sure one captain in O-line and one captain in D-line. Again, it happened, but first time this team, both captains ended up in D-line and two split captains in O-line. So anyway, I have some leaders in the team. So it worked for me. I never seen any disadvantage of having two captains. And also, yeah, I never stressed of having gender. There it happened.
I just echo what Bob said in terms of having more than one captain. I think if you have a squad of, say, more than 15 to 20 people, it's much easier to have two people so you can individually connect with the players. The other reason to have, say, a woman leader on a mixed team is so she can empathize more easily. It's easy to be blinded by male privilege and not see things the way they are. How we actually perceive them is quite different. The other reason to have captains is simply to be representative of the players in terms of bringing things up to the coach. If the team has some challenge with the way the coach is functioning or the coaching style or the philosophy, any of it, I think it's on the captains to bring them up. And I think that takes me on to the second question, the responsibility of the captains. I've captained before, and I've also had somebody captain my team when I was coaching as well. What I would expect from a captain is step up and be the leader, be the example, be proactive. Like small things, if you can do consistently, right, I think it makes a big difference. Like for example, give a 1 minute water break, you want them back in 1 minute. You don't want to wait for that minute to get over, then come for another 10 seconds and then have them come over. It just burns the energy out of you, I guess, over a short period of time. The other thing is being relentless in demanding the best from the players. Sometimes it's hard for a coach to individually go to 20 players and ask them if they're doing their homework for the day or they're doing their prescribed things for the day. As captain, you can demand more because because you're also doing it. Instead of like a coach sitting on the outside and saying, hey, go do these 10 things. As captain, it's I think much easier for you or me if we are in that position to say, hey, I did this. Right, go do it. It's much harder for a player to protest or to get away from you when you're in that position.
Second question. So when it comes to national teams, the responsibility, like I'll definitely agree with what Veena said, that we always captain setting up example work. And what I see is captain being linked between the players and the coaches. There is something the coaches expecting from the players, captain being the link, sending a message to the team, or if something's wrong with the playing team or with the players, then bringing the message to the players will always help. So that's a major role that I'm thinking as a captain for national teams. Second, all the logistical thing like toss before the game, representing team during any press or any media thing. I think somebody has to represent the team. I appreciate captains, but also I also feel it depends on every coach's style. So my style of coaching is I'll be so much into game. I'll be on the field, inside the field, between the points. I'll be calling lines. But I also see coaches giving the plans to the captains beforehand and captains doing it and taking stats and going with that. The teams that I coached, we made sure the captains are there to step up when the coaches are not there or when there is a need. So the last training camp, the beach team, we arranged a game for the beach team, the AABC team, and the game was at 7:30. The reporting time was 6:30. Coaches didn't show up for the session. We pre-planned it, so we went for Avengers Endgame the previous night, so that the players can take care of the game. And the captains took the responsibility, so they were leading sessions for the 1 hour, and the game happened. I got good feedback from the opponents, so that's a message for the captains. And yeah, these are things will also happen. So make sure your captains are ready when the coaching team is not available. So that's what I think major role for the captain.
Another thing I have also felt as a player also is like, especially if it's a national campaign, respect, not like a club thing where your coach or yourself are close also. There could be some things that you might not want to share or ask to a coach directly, thinking it could be any kind of thing. Those are the situations where the captains come in and they could be the voice by not saying from whom it is coming, or it's a part of the team's thing. It could be something small where it could be like the warm-up is taking too long and I'm getting tired. It could be people getting shy on to saying that to the coach and feeling what exactly is happening. So as a player, the captains become the voice, and that's a responsibility that we also feel like the captains can facilitate, which maybe not all the players can do directly.
So maybe the box is the best place to answer this question. So it was interesting to hear you talk in the morning, and you talk something specifically about when you're setting intentions. You tell the player that okay, you're going to get probably not enough game time, or you're going to play savage. And then I heard Project K talk about how they approach ultimate, which is with a development lens, and they're like, it's fine with approaching ultimate with a development lens. So what is the pressure you have as a national team coach with regard to performance? And also I know that this year UPI set the intention that we're going to have a few teams as development as the key area that we're working on. So, what are the points of reflections where you kind of focus on development and then leave behind the winning aspiration out of the game? And what is the pressure? How are you handling that? And how do you ensure that some of the players that are not or that are recruited for playing better or performing better or being future stars? So how do you balance out the importance of the star players and the future players?
Ask her first. Ask her question. So,
The question is, sorry.
How do you balance the pressure of performance versus development?
Okay, so winning versus development team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think if it's a development team, I personally won't stress the team to win. And I think my intention from the first day one will be it's okay to fail. That's how I'll be approaching the team. And let's say if they're playing any game, so like goals, I immediately will not go with any punishments for the team. And just because it's giving indirect message that it's okay not to fail. You guys failed, so do this punishment. So that way of approach I will not do for a development team. Mostly I will not talk about any the result. Result doesn't matter. And of course, for me personally, I believe in process. And also the tone means setting the tone from the beginning. It's very important. For example, the under 2014 that we coached, we never talked about this game time or savage or this. From the beginning, we talked about how much game time people can expect. People thought, okay, maybe 2 points, 3 points. That is the expectation we set. But I also realized there is a game where players play at least only 1 point. So that is also there that we need to meet. If they play 1 point, you need to deal with this. So of course their situation is there, you need to talk to them, make sure they're okay. But yeah, setting the tone from the beginning is very important. And I personally won't stress the development team to win any tournament or win any game. If it's development purpose. And the team is made, the mindset, this team is going to learn, get this experience and not to win any tournaments. But if the team is going to win, if you're aiming to win, then I would talk about the game time beforehand. That is why there's a chance that you may not get any game time, but there's a chance that you might have to play savage. So we have to be ready with that. So yeah, development team, don't aim for winning.
So just to the development side of things, something I think all coaches, at least our national teams, one process that we follow is we ask the team to set team goals. And generally, how we define success as a team is dependent on the goals the team sets. So these are what the players discuss among themselves and understand and reason between. And so if one of the team goals is results oriented or is focused on placement, as coaches we have to take that call, trying to understand whether it's a reasonable goal for this team, because obviously they will come in and sometimes their expectations and what we think we can achieve may not be in line. But a lot of times how we define success for the team is built around the goals that the team has. So if their definition of success is about playing, for example, the first U23 team, none of the goals that the team had anything to do with how our games will go, whether we will win or we will lose, what our rank will be. And we were successful on all the goals that the team had. At least that's how I, ended the campaign, and I think Avi and Box can share that as well. So if those goals are in line with what the team wants to do, then your team will always achieve those goals. And then as coaches, you plan to help the team achieve those goals. That's kind of, I think, how you frame it for development.
Sri Lanka, we can repeat it here.
Yeah. So my question is kind of tagged to what you guys are talking about. So the first part is at the end of each campaign, do you guys receive feedback from UPAI in terms of how you personally have done it from a coaching standpoint? And second, it tags back to the earlier question about, let's say we finished 5th last year and we finished 9th this year. Is that a reflection of team performance, coaching? How do you peg accountability to yourselves as coaches? Do you talk about that with UPAI? Is that something that you guys think about?
So as of now, there is no. So the question that Sunil Uncle asked was, is there any sort of feedback mechanism in place for coach evaluation after a campaign? And is there any process in place to kind of evaluate how a campaign went after the tournament is over? Is that right? Okay. So as of right now, there's no concrete feedback mechanism for coaches. It's fairly informal in the sense that the EB will speak to players or will get an understanding from the assistant coaches and speak to the coach themselves about how the campaign went, what didn't work. That is shared with the NTC, but it's not, again, formalized. And I think that's a great suggestion. I think that's something we should definitely put forward to both the coaching committee and the NTC, and something that we could look into. And if that's not formalized, then the feedback or the evaluation of how that campaign went isn't also, there's not a process set yet. But like you said, like this is, I think this will be like the 10, 12 national team now, something like that. I think we should get our act together. Thanks.
So the second part also is, do you guys think about just placement and result? And
I think that goes back to you. Yeah. So do we talk about placement and result as coaches?
Yeah.
I think it definitely crosses everyone's mind. It's just the nature of being in a competitive sport. But everything we do in a campaign is built around what the team's goals are. So if their goal is to come in first, it's a reasonable goal for any team to have, then that's how you build your campaign. That's how you plan your training camps. That's what you train for. And if it's not one of your goals, it's fine. Then you don't consider it, then you don't talk about it. You don't worry about winning or losing. You worry about achieving success on your goals. At least for me personally.
Just to add on, like what we have seen in other sports, especially where people have been, you can rate coach or their performances based on their style of play, or it's also about the kind of sport and what level or what's the baseline they have set already. So we might have to take a comparison of a USA coach and see what's the level of we are doing. So as of now, if you can keep a baseline for an Indian coach, as of now it's too early for us, I would say. We might have to start looking into how to do it in the right way. It involves a lot of things. The team composition, also like if it's like a grass team or a beach team or whatever it is, and what's the selection pool they got, or like what's the final team that come in. So it's a big complex thing to have a evaluation of whether this is better than a last campaign of the same coach, or like so yeah, we need to have some kind of evaluation, but to say that it is the coach's alone responsibility is very, very hard, and I would say it's wrong. Also, there could be a lot of other circumstances that come by also, monetary wise or travel wise, people not being able to attend campaigns, and the other teams that came by could have changed also. So even if we finish 9th the second time, it might be like the other team, in the previous campaign there were a country they were missing, or they developed really well, but we might have at least bettered our previous performance on the field, or the expectations that had come by. So yeah, you can't just compare numbers as of now to the results to say that the teams were good or was better than last time or worse than last time. My personal thought again would be like the England team this time in World Cup football, they finished fourth. But if you look at, you can't say that that team was better than Brazil. It just happened to be that they were in the wrong side of the quarterfinals or the right side. Brazil were in the wrong side where they faced the majority of stronger teams. So sometimes those lucks still work, and I'm not saying that England was a bad team, but Brazil wasn't bad because they finished lower. So it is tough when it comes to a tournament and ranking comes by. One small loss or a small change in the fixture could have changed everything. So I think I playing with Airborne experienced the same thing. We lost to the Blue Bottles, which was under 24 team and AOA GCC Club Championships. If we lost in Universal after they came back by 4 points or something. We lost 4 points straight. If we had won that, we would have been group top of that group stages. Because we lost, because of other results that were happening, and because of goal difference, we went last. And we almost had a chance to beat them. So it was just unfortunate at that moment that whatever scenario, we lost that game. But the impact on that particular loss was too huge. We went up playing only the bottom 4 positions or something like that, instead of maybe having a chance to go at top 16 or top 8. So yeah. Like again, the evaluation is again, as a coach, when I look at it, is how the players have trained and how they have performed. Is it according to their goal, or like what was the coach's intentions on seeing what the players were doing on the field, rather than just by the number of where they are.
So in terms of the evaluation, right now the EB or the FPC isn't giving the team goals for them to evaluate the coaches at the end of the campaign. But the players are doing so. So it won't be right. I think it's a good thing to start off for the players to start evaluating the coaches at the end of the campaign. So we can improve ourselves at the campaign to campaign. So yeah. But it is a good solution. I think that's something EB should look at.
So apologies, but we've run out of time for this particular session. It doesn't mean we can't take this offline. We can move into the back network area, and you can continue to grill us with all your questions. And you can pick and choose which coach you want to talk about or talk to. It's not a popularity contest, we know, but thank you to all the coaches for your time and your service to the country. And thank you for everybody for attending. Hope you had a great day. And I think, when are we to the stadium?
7:30.